my name's Katrina Doherty and welcome to Inspiration, celebrating women in business and the arts. On today's show, celebrity hairstylist Charlotte Terray tells us about her successful French-styled hair salon. Fashion guru Karen Webster discusses the responsibility of the fashion industry. Shay Olivia shows us how to make the perfect dark orange, and we get some expert advice on public relations. Hi and welcome to Inspiration. Today we're talking with hairstylist to the stars, Charlotte Terray. Thanks for joining us, Charlotte.
Thank you for having me.
How did you become so successful at such a young age?
Well, I started young and then I ended up going over to France and doing international training in London and Paris.
Well, that must have been an amazing experience.
It was.
Did you always want to be a hairstylist?
Well, my grandmother was a hairdresser and she had salons when I was young, so I was always playing with my doll's hair, doing different styles.
Can you please tell me about your experience doing hair for photo shoots, film and the catwalk?
Well, I take an artistic approach with my work. I never plan too much. I wait and see my models what would suit their features and their hair, and then I work in close connection with the directors and see what role they're playing. What do you think makes your hair salon special and what you do amazing? Well, we do a lot of weddings and we do a lot of photo shoots. We're just about to be in Vogue magazine, which is very exciting for us. We try and have a point of difference of being a little bit different, having a salon in France, and we attract a lot of French clientele.
And what are the trends for this season?
Well, the 70s are back. It's hippie era, so lots of length, middle parts, soft warm tones like coppers and reds, and big fringes.
So we're going to see something like Woodstock with a twist.
Yes.
Fabulous. What and who is your inspiration?
People like my mum, my dad and my grandma are the first inspirational people in my life, but Eva, the creator of Salon Chamonix, she definitely is my biggest inspiration. Her passion for hair is contagious. I just love working with her, always learning something new when I'm around her.
You have a partnership with Le Salon Chamonix. How did that come about?
Well, I worked for Eva when I was young, very young, when I was going to school over there, and I was just sweeping the floor back then, and she thought that I had the potential to be a good hairdresser, so I worked for her for a year once I was qualified, and that's when I found that I just loved their concept and their passion for hair, and I wanted to bring it home, so I opened the sister store for Le Salon Chamonix in Melbourne. And I initially went over because my dad is French, he lives in Chamonix, he was born there and brought up there. And I have my grandfather who was a famous mountain climber over there.
Wow.
And there's a university named after him in Grenoble and a square in Chamonix, so lots of connections.
How do you incorporate the French flair within your hairstyling?
I make sure that I keep in close connection with them. Anytime they've got a new style or anything, they let me know. They're always 6 months ahead, so it's really beneficial for me to be so close with them.
And that keeps you on trend?
Yes, definitely.
And you're able to do all the celebrities and TV stars and things like that?
Exactly.
So what advice would you give a woman of any age who wants to start their own business or become a hairstylist to the stars?
Well, take risks, jump in the deep end, do lots of do anything that you think would get you there, and then it will come to you if you work that way. I know that I had to go through many different steps and obstacles to get to where I am now, and I still put myself out of my comfort zone and do different photo shoots and step by step getting further towards, you know, doing what I love.
It sounds like a fabulous experience.
Yes.
What did you think you learnt by working with lots of different hairstylists all over the world and going to places like the fashion shows in New York and the hair shows in Paris?
Well, seeing all their passion for hair and that anything's possible, everyone takes a different approach, so seeing everyone's approaches and seeing how you work best.
And what's your personal style?
I don't like the approach where people just think that this is exactly how their hair is and that it should stay like that. Always ask the question, would you like to change, and what haven't you liked and what have you liked about your hair?
I think some people
Fall into a rut.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You took the words out of my mouth. They fall into a rut. They have their hair. They feel comfortable with that, and they think that suits them.
Yes.
And it's actually, they've had it for 20 years and it doesn't suit them at all anymore.
But part of being a good hairdresser is not to let that happen. I don't plan too much. I just wait and I see and take everything in at the time, and then style their hair to suit them.
So you listen to the customer and you look at what their lifestyle is and what they like, or if it's a photo shoot, you talk to the director or the photographer and you see what it is, and then you create something around that. So what's next for you, Charlotte?
Well, we'd love to expand further internationally. Le Salon Chamonix and I have ideas of things to do, keeping our salons boutique-y and working more with catwalk, session styling and television.
Thank you so much, Charlotte, for talking with us today. I think you truly are inspirational, and it just proves no matter what age you are, you can inspire.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us today on Inspiration.